turn my calculator on. I'm pressing y equals. I'm pressing clear. Negative 9x squared. Remember, the negative button is this one here, not this one. So you put in a negative 9x squared. Remember the variable button, plus 12x minus or subtracting 85. I'm going to press zoom 6. Oh no. Our calculator's broken. But class, think about this. You said what family was this? How does it open? Down. And where's the y-intercept? Negative 85. So it's below our graph. Does that make sense? So here, this is where you're going to have to change the window. Now, let's go through the steps that a desperate student might do. They might, okay, Mr. Ng, I can press zoom. Can I keep pressing out? You press enter. And then enter. Pamela, can you make that stop, please? Thank you. And you keep pressing enter and enter. We see nothing. Yes? Does zooming out help?
No.
Okay, let's try something else. Press zoom. Uh-oh, it's still thinking. So if you see that window, the little circle spinning, it's thinking. And if you have a older calculator, you'll see like dots on the side. We broke it, guys. Let's just turn it off, see what happens. Y equals, let's go back to zoom 6. It's still thinking. See it? Can I do zoom? Okay. So this is bad, right? I can't see anything. Well, let's try this one. I went from just go up until you see letters. Zoom quadratic. Let's see what happens here. Nothing. Zoom. There was one there. Fit. Do you guys see it? Let's see what happens. At least I see something. This is good, right? But what is it supposed to look like? Okay, so let's sketch a graph based on information we know. Just like, this is like really small, really quick. I know my y-intercept is negative 85. I know my graph goes down, so I don't know. You could just draw a possible graph that looks something like this, right? Okay, what does a standard, what does zoom 6 Z standard look like? This graph, just really quickly, it's going from a negative 10 to a positive 10 and positive 10 to negative 10. Does that make sense? That's all it has on the window. So we actually have to change the window itself. So how do I do that? You press the button window. Class X or Y axis? This is called our X minimum. Write that down. What do you think this is going to be? X max. Okay. What do you think up here is going to be? That's the Y max. You actually put in numbers. You mean, Mr. Ng, I have to figure that out and think about it on my own? Yes, you do. How about this one down here? Y minimum. Okay. When it says X scale and Y scale, it just means every time you move on a box, how much do you want it to be? Does that make sense? All right, so let's place with some numbers. If I go to standard, let's watch this. Press zoom 6. Press zoom 6. Okay, that's the original graph, right? Do you see anything? Okay. Now press window. And this proves to me that it was negative 10, 10, negative 10, positive 10. Okay. Here are some common mistakes changing around the windows. Can you have a positive 10 on the X minimum and an X maximum of a negative 10? Does that make sense? Yeah. That's wrong. And the calculator's going to tell you you're wrong. And then you're going to say, Mr. Ring, it's broken. And you have to think about it, okay? All right. So do you think we need to change the X minimum? What do you guys think? Do you think we need to change the X minimum? Where are we trying to go? Lower. So what do you want to change? Y minimum. Okay, let's go like, I don't know. How about negative, I don't know, 150. Class, what button is that? Negative. Don't press a subtraction. The calculator's again going to tell you you're wrong. Okay, why do I want to change the Y scale? Okay, I want the little tick marks to count by something like tens. If you do it by ones, you're going to see a bunch of blotches, and it's not going to be a straight line. So, guys, there is no formula about changing the window. It's just critical thinking. All right, ready? How do I get a graph now? You just press graph. Because if you press zoom 6, what do you get? You get this one. You've reset it back to negative 10 and 10, but I'm telling it I want to do something else. All right, let's see what happens. Look, we got a graph. Look. This is good, right? Now we can actually just use our calculator to find the vertex. Class, how do I find the vertex? I hear the struggling family, guys. Second trace. Let's write that down. Calculate is second trace. So step 1 to find the vertex after I've changed the window is second trace. Okay. Now what? Is that a minimum or a maximum? Maximum. So in our problem, it is a maximum. So let's press maximum. You can either scroll down or press the number 4. Okay, what does it tell us? What does left bound mean? Left side. So you need to move the calculator to the left side of it. Now, look, mine's already on there. It's already a little bit to the left. Now, if you get stuck on this part, I would recommend just putting your pencil or pen down on the vertex as the axis of symmetry, and then you just basically want that cursor to the left side of it, right? Does that make sense? You can also be exaggerating like super far to the left. Press enter. Now what does it tell you after you press enter? And what do you think right bound means, class? Right side. Let's go to the right side. Right of our vertex. The vertex is the top of that roller coaster. Press enter. And what do you think best means? Everyone say exact. We're going to try to exactly hit the vertex. There it is. What do you think that means, class? It is the vertex. If you put it as decimals, you have something like 0.667, comma, negative 81. But what do I like? So what is 0.667? 2/3. Okay, we just found the vertex. Let's do a bit of processing. I need to press pause on recording. You're going to help each other figure out what we just talked about, calculator commands, and then you guys need to calculate the zeros. Okay? Ready, set, go.